Okay. Hello, this is Torres speaking. This is the first video in which I'm shaved, and the last one for the argumentation, debate, and the art of public speaking class. The topic I want to talk about is the state of Durango. This is for the evidence too. Macroeconomically speaking, is this a good state to live or to invest? Uh, how have they progressed in 40 years? Let me start by saying that Durango for many years was a poor state. According to an article called The Decline of Durango During the 20th Century, a look at the history of northern Mexico. Also, until the revolution, the Mexican Revolution, they were the richest state in the north. They didn't know how to take advantage in the moment of the macroeconomic trends such as the Industrial Revolution. This was a state that only supplied raw materials such as iron or wood until the 18 decades. It was not until the economic opening of Mexico that Durango overcame the backwardness and went from being a supplier of materials to a more diversified economy. It is this progress in such a little known state that invited me to share my findings on how Durango has advanced. Let me start. For example, if we talk about the economy as such, according to Data Mexico, Durango is now a state more dedicated to the industrial and service sector. The economic activities that generate the most income for the state are manufacturing, retail and wholesale trades, and mining. Let me say that the primary sector continues to be something that Durango stands out the most. The state is #1 producer of pine, oak, wood, and bass. Let me do a disclaimer. Let me make a disclaimer in Spanish. Bass significa lobina. Es un tipo de pescado que crece sobre todo en el norte. Es algo parecido al bagre. Durango y Baja California son los que más lo pescan. Lo pueden buscar. Okay, let's continue. Second in catfish, corn, and oats. And third in gold, silver, and zinc. Wow, what a great economy. It is not like Nuevo León, but wow. In terms of security, this is a state that stands out quite a bit. I mean, it surprised me a lot. Also, it is surrounded by conflictive states such as Zacatecas, Sinaloa, or Chihuahua, and even having it part of its territory in the famous Golden Triangle. This is a safe state. According to MVP, the security perception survey carried by INEGI, Durango has a perception of its insecurity of 28.7, the sixth nationally, comparable to states such as Baja California's Sur, Chiapas, or Yucatan, the safest state in Mexico. Its insecurity rate is also low. 17,000 per 100,000 inhabitants. The second lowest only behind Chiapas in 2021. Wow. I mean, the main preoccupation of Mexican people is insecurity, and Durango has a good security rate, right? Finally, public services. This is the point where I start throwing out a list of random data, but it shows that their public services are fine. They are all from the same source, Data Mexico. In education, 3% of the population that cannot read or write. In health, 68% of the population that has a public insurance, either through the IMSS or Seguro Popular, Insabi, or currently IMSS Bienestar. The important thing in this is that in general, 70% of the Durango population is happy with these services, especially with Insabi, the fourth nationally. Wow. I mean, their public services are undoubtedly of quality. To close, I have to mention that although Durango was consolidated and managed to move from a raw material supplier to a diversified economy, and managed to reflect that in the welfare of its population, there are still challenges. According to Cómo Vamos México, Durango faces problems such as poverty, 36%, and informality, 45% respectively. Although they have been declining over the years, this is a problem that, unlike other states, they cannot attribute it to the 2020 pandemic. For conclusion, Durango has a road ahead. I had no idea of the progress. I had no idea of the progress that this state has, but without a doubt, the macroeconomic trends of the moment is that Durango is targeting, such as tourism or the logistic industry, can help reflect better progress for this state. Well, this is all for my part. Thank you.